Let's talk about the time I put ice cream on a pepperoni sandwich.
Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these jade color dice that were sent in by a viewer. Thanks. First up, let's roll for
dice.
bread. 2 wheat bread. This is a very light wheat bread, but it'll do. Starting off pretty basic.
Pretty
today.
basic bread, yeah.
Next up, let's roll for our main. 5 pepperoni. The last time I had...
So, pepperoni gives me pretty bad heartburn, usually, so I don't typically eat it a lot. Like, I don't get pepperoni on my pizza. I usually get, like, ham or something like that. But I bought a really big bag of pepperoni for the show, and so I just kept using it until it was gone. I didn't realize how big it was because we were getting groceries delivered for a little while after having the baby. And, yeah, I didn't realize how big of a bag of pepperoni it was until I had a bunch of pepperoni in the fridge that I needed to use up.
Had pepperoni on the show, it was the sandwich slices. But today I've got the small boys.
I like the taste of
Next
it.
up, let's roll for cheese. 3 queso fresco. This cheese...
I had never had this kind of cheese before that I knew of. I mean, if it was in a Mexican dish at a restaurant or something, I didn't know specifically that it was this kind of cheese. I ended up really enjoying it a lot. Like, I like it a lot. I know it's supposed to be crumbled, but it falls off the sandwich that way. I mean, I'm pretty sure I said that in this episode.
It's a mild, semi-soft cheese that's usually crumbled, but I'm going to leave it in some larger
see?
chunks so it doesn't all roll off the sandwich. Though not the
you
same
know-
as mozzarella, it has kind of a similar flavor profile, so getting this with pepperoni is a pretty good roll.
Definite pizza
All
vibes.
right, let's roll our roughage. Double 11s. None. If I had a nickel for...
So that's happened twice. Well, 3 times, I think, now, which is pretty crazy. But at the time of this recording, it had happened twice.
For every time I've rolled double 11s and gotten no roughage, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot,
Doofenshmirtz
but
quote.
it's weird that it happened twice. Next up, let's roll wild magic. 2 ice cream. Well, the day...
Okay, so I know... So I'm about to completely butcher this carton of ice cream. My thought was I didn't want a big scoop. I wanted an even layer. And I know... So I've seen, you can, like, take a bread knife and cut the carton, and it'll give you a nice slice. But what am I then going to do with a cut carton of ice cream? Like, that's going to be in my freezer and not really work for storing it or for my family or anything. So I was like, I don't want to cut this container. Maybe I can get it out another way and still get it in sheets. It was bad. It didn't work, but
to put ice cream on a sandwich. I've had...
But that's the thing, like, when you start, like, I'm filming all of these things, like, as I'm doing it, and I don't have a backup container of vanilla ice cream, like, so if I mess up what I'm doing, which you see, that's just what I have and what I have to roll with. It's not like I can go out and buy another carton of ice cream. I mean, I could, but, I'm trying not to waste food, and also, I don't know. It just feels dumb to do that. So then you end up seeing me do stupid things like struggle to get some ice cream out of a container.
I had plenty of time to think about how to go about this when I actually rolled it. I'm going to do plain vanilla just to give this the best shot of actually working.
That was definitely
What
a good
I
choice.
attempted to do here
Just vanilla.
was to make sort of a slice of ice cream, like the middle of a ice cream sandwich, rather than make a big scoop of ice cream to just plop in the middle of the sandwich.
A+
And I had a
idea,
little trouble, but I eventually got it out.
D+
and assembled
execution.
it into sort of a sheet of ice cream. This
Sort
way I
of.
should get some ice cream in every bite of the sandwich, for better or worse. Hopefully we can finish making this before it melts. All right, last but not least, we have the D20 sauce roll. Please no ketchup ice cream. 17 Coleman's Mint. This mint sauce...
This was a complete out of left field sauce. Like, I had tried it previously, just a little bit, just to see what it was like, and it's definitely vinegary. It's meant to be put on, like, roast and lamb and that kind of stuff. But honestly, that helped this sandwich come together. It being, like, tangy and not a sweet sauce at all was actually kind of perfect for what was going on because there was so much sweetness already from the ice cream.
Sauce from the UK is traditionally eaten with roast lamb, but we are anything but traditional on Wolfer Sandwich. It's not really sweet like mint candy, it's actually got a vinegar base. But honestly, I think that's gonna be okay here. Fun fact, my least favorite type of ice cream is mint chocolate chip. Well, let's go ahead and get our sandwich put together here. Get our toothpick.
Because it just tastes like you're eating chocolate after brushing your teeth. I don't get it. Like, I like mint by itself, but when you start mixing mint with stuff, it's just not, I just don't like it. Especially chocolate. I'd rather, my favorite ice cream is like chocolate with stuff in it. Like Rocky Road, those kind of flavors. And so if somebody hands me chocolate that also has mint, then I'm just wishing it was just chocolate.
In to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. Oh, left a pepperoni behind. I've seen worse. Well, this is bound to be an interesting one, but these kind of sandwiches are why I do the show. Let's give it a taste.
It's true.
Oh, that is very interesting. Honestly, I'm kind of shocked. The pepperoni, the mint sauce, and the cheese kind of bring the sweetness of the ice cream into balance. I would never expect this, but I'm going to call this good. In fact, I'm going to go as far as to rate
I need to
it
make
a
this again.
9.4. And I'm going
I need to
call
make
it
this
the
again.
frozen pizza. Just goes to show you never know till you try. That's it for today. Come back tomorrow for a
good.
special episode.